Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. Welcome to No Man's Sky. Welcome to me in my game. You can see there's my Phoenix ship right up there. We're on my home planet. And I wanted to address something that I talked about a little while ago. How we lost one of our cats, Jynx. And that was very sad, which I've done a video about, discussed it. But I have actually weirdly managed to recreate Jynx here. Let me bring her out if I can remember these controls. I don't normally do the flat version. I'm normally a PSVR person, but here is Jynx. Hello. Can I... Let's pet her. There she is. Yeah, Jynx lives. I managed to look around for some pets that would be close to a cat. Tried to make her as black as I could, just like Jynx originally was. Some people flying overhead somewhere. Yeah, there they go. But yeah, no, I've managed to bring Jynx to life, kind of. We can have some adventures together in No Man's Sky, and it's a nice way to do things, you know. I feel like this is the way for me to pay her proper tribute and yeah, live on, if you will. So, how did I do this? How did I bring Jynx to life here in No Man's Sky? Well, I'm going to show you. Now, I'm doing this in flat mode just so you get a good look at her and the world around us, but for the majority of this video, it'll be in the VR mode because that's normally how I play. So let me show you that. Okay, now the first step is we have to actually have the beast that we have collected lay an egg. Now, what I'm going to do, this is on the home planet. I found this thanks to the app, and it's been very, very useful. Our first step then is we need to bring out our pet. There he is there, and there he is there. He's quite big, actually. You can't really tell this because you're not watching this in VR, but he's probably up to my shoulder. And let's give him a little pat and a little treat. And as you can see here, we can induce an egg. Now you can only do that on the home planet of the creature. So I had to make sure that I had this home planet, which is kind of mean and very full of storms and cold weather. I had to make sure that I knew where I could get this, because if this doesn't work out, I'll have to come back and induce another egg, and it can only happen on the home planet of this creature. Saba Saba is his name. Okay, let's induce the egg. Boom. Thank you very much, Saba Saba. Your task for now is done. Off you go. You go do stuff. In fact, I'm just going to put Saba Saba away by clicking on... I don't know where he went, but if I click on him, he goes away. There you go. Bye-bye, suit creature. Okay, so now we have a viable egg, and with that, we have to go up to the anomaly and do some chemistry. Okay, so here we are on the anomaly, and a bunch of people all hanging out doing their thing. What I want to do is go up here, because my egg is ready to hatch, and you hatch it up here at the egg sequencer. Now, like I say, we're going to be doing some chemistry here. First of all, let's just position ourselves so nobody's going to be annoying us. Right, so first thing to do, put the egg into the egg sequencer. Insert egg. Boom. Now, growth hormone. I'll come back to that. Dye injector. We want to make it as black as possible, so I have heard... Oops, hang on. No, can't do it that way, just... Okay, I have heard that through doing a bit of research, these things, the stolen DNA samples, they will make our cat very black. So let's do that here, set those there. And because, as I mentioned, Sansa, whatever the cat's name is, it's pretty tall, probably about as big as this big ball here. So we want to reduce the cat to half the size. And I think if I've done my research right, a hadal core will reduce it'll decrease the size of the cat 100%. Now, does that mean it's going to be microscopic? If you make something 100% smaller, it's like the size of an ant, or is it going to reduce to half the size? We'll soon find out. So let's put the egg in. Boom. The cat's egg is in. Growth hormone, we want to put in those hadal cores we just had. Oops, there we go. As many as it'll take. It takes one. Dye injector, so that we get as black as possible, will be stolen DNA samples. Everything else I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave all the other stuff as is. So yeah, decreasing height and making a change in the color. Let's begin. And modification is complete. So now let's give birth and see what we end up with. Let's just go over here. I just like to go over here because it's sort of off the beaten path. Are we ending up with a not so big cat, or what do we got? And the egg is, there we go. Hatch egg. Wish us luck. Okay, well, yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Not as black as I was hoping. And still kind of big. But at least we know now that is smaller. Yeah, okay, so now we've got the shimmery effect gone. Still kind of green and blue, but we'll continue to make this one black. So what I'm going to do then is, well, first of all, let's feed this little lad, because not doing too well. Give some treats, so he's feeling better. There we go. But yes, unfortunately, you are still too light colored. You need to be blacker than that. So what I will do is, what's your name again? Oh yeah, Oyazi. Okay. I'm going to take you, and I'm going to put you into, oh, hang on, to, there's all my other pets. Here we go. Oh yeah, Oyazi is now gone. If I take that cat back to where the first cat was from, Sassum, then that will also give birth to another egg, and we can make it smaller, and we can make it blacker. So that's next on our to-do list. I will be back in touch. Alright, we're back on the home planet of these pets, and what I want to do is get my now slightly smaller one to be even smaller again. So we will go to the pet. Where is he? He is past all these guys. Okay, there we go. So that's the new version. Make sure he's feeling okay. Oh yeah, Oyazi. Give him a thing there. And so let's just stand down here. So as you can see, still too big for what I'm looking for. But I'm going to induce an egg. And then we'll use that as a way to go further. So let's put you away. Because you're still, yeah, that's like the size of a really big dog. That's not what we're going for here. So put you away, and boom. Let's grab that egg and head back up to the anomaly. And once again, here we are aboard the anomaly. We've got the egg sequencer here. So let's take our newly prepared egg from Oya Osazi. Growth hormone, again, I'm going to go for another 50% drop, so that means hadal cores, or at least one hadal core. And this time for the dye injector, since those previous items, the stolen DNA samples, didn't really do it, I'm going to go for, where the heck is it? Sodium nitrate. Okay, this will also make the pet quite black looking. So dye injector. Let's go with that. So an even smaller cat, even blacker. Let's go for it. Okay, so let's get on over here, just to be out of people's way, and see what we've got now. Let's have that egg. Oops. What? Oh, right. I'm doing it wrong. Hatch the egg. Egg is still developing. What? I have to wait another day. All right. I'll be back in a day. Okay, so now we're aboard a space station. I just figured it'd be a nice change of scenery for hatching our egg. It should be ready by now, so let's grab from inventory. Yeah, it's ready to hatch, so let's hold X. And let's see what we've got here. Whoops, where'd it go? There she is. Let's pat and feed and feed. Well, we're talking about the right size. A bit browner than I'd hoped. Let's, here, come on over here. Come on over here. Let's, yeah, so we got these other ships that have landed. Where'd you go? I mean, that's definitely the right size, but it's a bit brown. Yeah. I think we need a bit of work. Yeah, see, every time I go near, it starts to light up. That's a little more brown than I'd anticipated. I'm going to go again. And I'm going to take this one back to the home planet, induce an egg in it, and then we'll see if maybe we can get it blacker with the, remember those illegal things that I've got, the smuggled DNA samples. All right. I'm going to continue on this one. Okay, third time's a charm, or fourth, or fifth. Can't even remember how many of these I've done now, but we're going to try another egg sequence as another traveler just hanging out here, actually. That's interesting. But anyway, let's get our egg going again. And I want to make sure this is the one for my suit. Yes, so this is yet another attempt. And we're going to keep the size perfectly fine. I'm going to try one more injection of color. Now, I don't know if these actually stack. And having tried the stolen DNA prints and the sodium nitrate, it looks like my options are either a brown cat or a gray cat, and not any combination. There's another guy there. Not some combination thereof. So I've read online that frost crystal gets 100%. Frost crystal will get a largely gray, and it may not be gray enough animal, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm throwing all of my frost crystal into here. We may end up with a gray cat. I'm hoping this stacks. We've got a brown parent, and now we're throwing in gray, so we should get a dark gray. But my bet is we're just going to end up with gray. So let's give it a whirl. Okay, now I'm going to go over here again, just to see what have we ended up with. Oops, not that one. Inventory. And here it is. Let's hatch this pet. Please be black, or as dark as you can be. Drum roll. Oh. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad. That is reddish. That is not bad at all, you know. Okay, well, first of all, let's feed the little guy. Come here. Bison Pito. Yeah, let's feed you. Because you're a hungry little bugger. You know, that is... It's a bit grayer than I wanted, but I think we might have a winner. Let's, okay, let's put you away. You got red eyebrows, but you know what? We can work on that. I'm not sure which slot you're in. Dismiss Bison Pito. Okay. Now, it's also very colorful around here. Let me go somewhere. I'm going to try a snow planet just to see what this cat looks like. And we'll kind of do a comparison. Well, here's an Arctic world. In fact, this is one I've been to many years ago. Haven't been back in a while. And I like this one now because you got all this snow and stuff. You got all these birds. And in fact, there's only birds on this world. So that's really nice. This is one of the first bases I ever made. I just threw together a shack, and I called it, wherever the heck it is. Oh, it's over here. Finse 122 from, Hoth, or where they filmed Hoth in Norway. I just thought, yeah, I'm gonna name my base after the ice world of Hoth, in a way. It looks a little bit less than the hotel we stayed at. But anyway, we're here to check out what do these cats look like on a snowy land. So I'm going to start with, let's see, worst case scenario. This one is, okay, this is the big mother one, and yeah, it's not bad in the light. That's not too bad. That's Oya Oyazi. Let's put you away and bring out. There's the smaller one, Samana Samana. Now that one looked very, very brown when I first had a look. Oops, let's just feed you. And still looks quite brown now, but a darkish brown. Yeah, that's not bad. Running around on the grass, on the snow. So let's compare Samana Samana with our most recent one, just to see, color-wise, Bison Poto. I mean, it's more brownish red, but you know what? I'm thinking we've got a winner here. Let's just see. Let's see it run around the snow here. Is that my cat Jynx? What do you think? Ooh, tracking a life form. Go get him. Sorry, the HUD is in the way. I kind of like that one. A little bit redder than I would have liked, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. I think we have Jynx. I think we can finally say we have our companion that looks like my old cat Jynx. Yeah. I like the personality too. You know what? It's saying I got another egg to hatch, but that's because I've been doing a lot here. Let's rename. Ooh, how do you rename? Oh, it's not in here. It's in here. Nope, it's in this interface here. Bison Pito. You. Let's rename you. She's been renamed Jynxie, which was sort of what I used to call Jynx whenever I would call her over, or, to sort of get her in a good mood. I'd say, "Here, Jynxie, come on over here, Jynx." And now, let's go up on some snow here. Here she comes. Come on, Jynxie, you can do it. You're checking out stuff. There we go. Oh, you're a bit, graphics haven't quite caught up with you there. Ooh, I don't know what that's all about. Let's go to a flat area. Okay, well, we've had a little bit of a trouble with the graphics here. But I think I like her. So I'm going to take her to the Phoenix and try that out next. Okay, and here we are on the planet with the Phoenix. And I just want to see, I wasn't going to do it here because this planet's got kind of a a yellow sunsetty glow to it, and I didn't want to throw off my opinion of the colors, but let's bring out Jynxie and just see. Oops, I keep going with the wrong pets. Jynxie, what do you look like here? Well, at least your graphics are better. That's good. Yeah, you're a bit redder than I would have liked. What about, bring out the other one? Your parent. That one. Oh, you know what? That is actually more of a black cat. Without a red face. You might be promoted to Jynxie status. Samana. I think you are more brown. You're the darker color that Jynx was. So you know what? That's what it's going to be. You're going to be Jynx. Let's go to our interface. So we're going to rename Jynxie. Now that you are renamed as Jynxie, you're doing the same graphical problem again. Your face has kind of gone away. Oh no, it's back. Okay, well, we're just going to see. We're going to see. I'm going to give this version of Jynxie a little trial time, and we'll see what we think. So yeah, this little baby, she's actually quite spirited, a lot like the original. Very happy to have some reference of Jynx alive and well, and joining me on the Phoenix here in No Man's Sky. And yeah, just thought that might be kind of nice. Let's see if I can do a little outro here with the photo mode. Yes, there she is. She lives on and joins me in No Man's Sky. I could make her a little smaller, a little more cat-like, but it was getting a little bit tricky to get the scale just right. This Jynx is a little bit big, but that's all right. I don't mind. Now, can I sweep away and show you? Yes, there's the Phoenix. There we are. That's the way I'm going to play No Man's Sky from now on. All right, well, I'll leave it there. Until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.